plays well, the team plays well. Watch for him on set pieces. Both coaches have said that that could play a big role, a determining factor in today's final result. Now, wacky Wednesday. Things have been crazy in the league all around the Richmond Kickers. What a game they had last time out. Omaha, Richmond, all the buildup. Top two teams in the league. What's going to happen? Guess what? It lived up to the billing. They were down 2-1 in the 88th minute. Guess what? Payne ties it in the 89th. And then we go late into stoppage time. A penalty kick is awarded. Would you believe it? We're tied at 2, and Vinyals steps up to give them the win, extend the lead to the top of the table, and keep their clinch scenario alive. What a match that was. Everything in this league just turns out golden. This one will as well. Can't wait to bring it to you. Stick with us right after this. Richmond, Chattanooga on ESPN+.
What's the latest buzz? It's Ford's fresh lineup of SUVs. Get great offers on the vehicles people are talking about, like Ford Escape, an SUV that drives like a car, Bronco Sport, where the terrain never intimidates, and Ford Explorer, the all-time best-selling SUV. Need we say more? Don't wait. Find out what all the buzz is about at your local Ford dealer. For the latest offers on Ford SUVs or to build and order your select Ford, visit your local Ford dealer today.
I get asked by my friends back home all the time, why did you move to Chattanooga? Affordability? Check. An amazing outdoors? Yep. Fantastic food? Check. But there's one box that not even Silicon Valley can check. EPB's gig. Thanks to fiber-fast internet with upload speeds that no one else can touch, moving to Gig City was a no-brainer. I look back on my journey with gratitude, and I look forward to a life of smooth streaming and free street parking on Sundays. Yeah.
Good times, bad times, and everything in between. Your primary care doctor is with you all the way.
One more.
One more.
One more, please.
One more, guys, one more. Set, hop.
Hey, kid. Yeah, we'll take one more.
Oh, one more.
Wow!
Welcome back to CHI Memorial Stadium. We're just moments away from kickoff here. Red Wolves, Kickers, 1 versus 5, playoff implications on the line. Let's take a look at our season series. These two have quite a long history, actually. This year has been up and down for the respective sides. A lot of history as far as the home team having success recently. So here's a look at how things have gone this year so far. The Red Wolves, game number 1, win through a goal from Espinoza. No draws in the series, surprisingly. Overall, Chattanooga leads 7-3. Home team has won the last 4. Richmond got revenge over the 1-0 win. You can see here the goal by Espinoza with a 3-0 win at home themselves. Home team won last 4. What does that portend for today's match? Here's a look at the starting lineups. First, for the Chattanooga Red Wolves, who are in the new third kits. Carrera Garcia, our player to watch. In the middle, Aviles, of course, in goal. Espinoza, Tejera up top. Lombardi and Cardona, those wingbacks. Very good, solid lineup, a lot of firepower. Watch out for them. Let's take a look at the starting 11 for the Richmond Kickers and the top 3. Bolaños, Vanacore-Decker, and Terzaghi. The man you just can't miss up top. Watch out for him. Barnathan as well at the back. Payne has had some history in this series. Vinyals coming off of that heroic penalty kick win against Omaha. There are the new third kits, aren't they beautiful? Black and red, and of course debuting it on Noche de Lobos, the beginning of Hispanic Heritage Month. And it is a very, very clean kit tonight as Chattanooga are trying to extend this series history run of the home teams winning here. They have a very commanding lead in the series, 7-3 overall. It will be the home side to kick us off. What a lovely evening it is in Southeast Tennessee. All we await is the referee's whistle. There it is, and we are underway in Chattanooga. Alyssa Nichols, our head referee tonight. Very early grab for Akira Fitzgerald. One of the things we talked about at the very beginning of the game is the fact that these are two of the best offenses in the league. Well, they're also two of the best defenses as well. They've both been on very good runs recently, so you really can't predict what's going to happen. I mean, they have the talent up front, both sides, that this could be a 3-3. This could be a 2-3 final, but they're also so good defensively that you could see this being a grindy 1-0 or even a scoreless draw, despite the fact there has never been a draw in the 10 meetings between these sides so far. Stephen Payne. The game-tying goal in the 89th minute last time out. Hopefully there were no fair weather fans that turned that one off in the 87th minute. First foray for Richmond. Clever defending there. A little fortunate from Cardona. Comes back off Bolaños and out. Most assists in the league with 10. The High Point Panther grad. Double digits. He's actually only one assist away from tying a club single season record. Guy who also can get it done with the goals as well. Quite an impressive record he has. Both sides on very good runs as of late. The Red Wolves just one loss in their last 10 games. That was game week 23 and that 2-1 loss against Omaha. Richmond themselves, no slouches. One loss in their last 8. 1-0 defeat to the Triumph. Toss in there as well, a 2-2 draw against the resurgent Fuego. Here's Bolaños. Sliding challenge, concedes our first corner kick of the evening and an excellent catch in the crowd. Well, set pieces are going to be a big factor today. They, for some reason or another, have really been across the league, not just in this series, but in others as well, but very influential. We take a look at our injury report. Center for Sports Medicine. Tim Murray out for Chattanooga. Austin Causey still with that arm injury out for the Kickers. Richmond will be very pleased to have back Zaka Moran. He was out with a yellow card suspension last game. Alyssa Nichols will jog across and have a word. I believe it's Jalen Chrysler who's one of the players in there getting a word. See a lot of bodies stacked in front of Carlos Avila's goal. Look out for the height on this set piece. Here it comes in. Bryant, back stick. The foul will come in. Jimmy Weekly spoke to us at length about set pieces. We'll talk a little bit about restarts as we get on into the match, but he says, admittedly, we are not the biggest team in the league. We don't match up well, like for like, with Richmond. He said, so they're going to look a little bit towards that zone, which oftentimes can kind of help you cheat a little bit in that area. So we're as prepared as we can be, given travel and the congestion of games this time of year. Vinyals. Commits the foul, the Spaniard. There's our ASA engineering keys to the game. That set piece size is really going to be something to talk about, as well as our restarts. Weekly was very, very focused on how that's going to play into it. And then, of course, the depth to the rescue for the Kickers. They've got such a good team. Really talking to a lot of coaches recently in League One, they've all been very impressed with the depth of the league. And I think that's played a big part in the exciting finishes we've seen recently, not just in the likes of Richmond and Omaha, but in leagues, games across the league. We're seeing players come on and foil defenders who are having to stand on their heads for 90-plus minutes. Whipped into the back stick, nobody there. Espinoza, lovely ball. Defensive header headed wide. Looks like it might have been Tejera. Celebrating its 75th anniversary, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL League One. Choose what you play with at www.selectsportamerica.com. Select, League's choice, player's choice. Yoles. Correa. Tricky footwork. Espinoza. No deflection on the way through. Mo Espinoza. 15 starts, now 16 for him. 5 goals and 7 assists. Sits up there in that list of top assisters in the league. Of course, a lot of that conversation goes to Bolaños. But Espinoza is tied third. It's a tight race for third as well. Maybe Perez of Tucson at 7, Miguel Ibarra of Charlotte at 7. Of course, hasn't been playing recently for the Independents, so some opportunities to move up that list. 7 minutes gone. Terzaghi spinning. Jimmy Weekly. Had a great time talking to him leading up to this game, saying you just got to relax and be ourselves. Talking about that big 5-2 win against Forward Madison last time out. He said when we got up to 3-0, the nerves started to set in a little bit, made us a little bit uncomfortable. Ended up being 4-2 at one point in the second half, and then Juan Galindrez came in and sealed it off in the 88th minute. Of course, that's a game that we have to talk about. Daniel Navarro not getting the credit for a goal. It was awarded officially as an own goal. Whistle blown by Nichols. Bryant. Back to Dakota Barnathan. Out of VCU. I actually got to speak to his former head coach, Dave Gifford. Game I called VCU and Campbell. His team heroically drew 3-3 in that game, and talked about Barnathan and then Simon Fitch, who's on the bench today, and seeing those players at the next level. He says we really love supporting this Richmond team. A lot of connections, obviously, being in the same city. It's great to see those guys succeeding at the next level, he said. Falls nicely for Vanacourt Decker. Vignals end line. Tricky work through traffic to bring it away. Still in play. A foul through the back, Lombardi. Vanacourt Decker who went down. Here's a look at it. I think some of the players thought it might have gone out of play. Not a whole lot in it, but still a foul. Set pieces will be important, and Chattanooga Red Wolves, you know a thing about them, most fouls conceded in the league this season, 387, as we take across the 10-minute mark. Travel difficulties for this Richmond side on their way in. Of course, they played at Omaha. Said it was just made more sense just to fly straight into Chattanooga than having to worry about traveling back to Richmond and doing all of that. So they just came straight on, but things did not go as planned. They ended up getting stuck in Dallas for 5 hours. Vignol's trying to connect with Terzaghi. Take a look at the NCFC Forward Madison game going on simultaneous with this one. 1-0 for NCFC. That's something to keep an eye on. That won't affect either of these teams too much. Chattanooga, of course, wouldn't mind the NCFC win because that'll help them secure a playoff spot if things go vastly wrong for them towards the end of the year. Espinoza. It's an early goal for NCFC, just 4 minutes in. Now's as good of a time as any to bring out what I've been teasing so far, that restart conversation that we had with Coach Weekly as we take a look back at this foul, Espinoza. He was just saying that it's something they're really talking about a lot because they haven't had a lot of time to work on it, but those quick restarts from set pieces, corner kicks, whatever it is, caught teams out with that. So standing over it, Carrera Garcia and Espinoza. 7 assists for Espinoza, 4 for Carrera Garcia. Either option for a left footer or right footer. In by Espinoza, takes it himself, and Akira Fitzgerald's got to get a palm to it. Big stop from the 35-year-old. Might have just been sneaking in that bottom corner. Down to the end line. Flashing ball. Very careful with that one as it's put over by Barnathan. Here's the Espinoza chance. Just a well-struck, dipping, left-footed ball. Looks like it might have just snuck in as a Fitzgerald who had a cross to it. Alex Tejera. 2 goals in the last 3 for him. Your local Ford dealer corner kick is Espinoza with that very dangerous left foot. Front stick met and cleared by Payne. There's Fitzgerald as the Red Wolves just starting to tighten the screw here. Quick release. Carrera Garcia. Jose Espana on the right. Second least goals conceded in the league for Richmond, just 30 on the year. Chattanooga really starting to have their way with possession. Nice big switch. There's Payne. Coach Weekly talked to us about focus, win or lose. See, these games just come so quick at you. Regardless of the result, what you got to do. the big focus points for him after the Madison game. You look at that and say, well, you got to be pleased as Lombardi whips this one across. Not fully cleared. Tahara. And the whistle will come in belatedly. It's a real poacher's opportunity there. But one of the talking points for him was those 2 goals given up. He said they felt disconnected. Offside flag against Bolaños. Just felt that they were disconnected for the game for those 2 goals conceded against the Mingos. Offered up a lot of respect for this Kickers team. So they're really clicking at the right time. Madison have tied it up, as we mentioned, the Mingos. 83rd minute there. One real game of importance for this 2 teams facing off. Kicks off at 8. That'll be Union Omaha and Greenville. Real interesting conversation about what these 2 teams want from that match. From a Chattanooga perspective, you could say, well, you want Greenville to lose so you can hop into that 3rd spot, but I'm not sure if it's better for a draw. If there's a draw, the highest that Chattanooga could finish tonight would be 4th, but it would mean that they have a better opportunity at getting that bye, because that means 2 points dropped by both of the teams ahead of them. In the end, can't choose the results. We'll keep you updated as that game goes on. Nice movement on the far side. There's Fitzgerald. One of just 2 players on this Kickers lineup to start all 25 alongside Terzaghi. Skews out of play. Beautiful sunset of red hues starting to match that of the stands here. CHI Memorials. We take a peek at Sawatsky. Of course, coming off that game against Omaha, saying the hardest part for them is just the size of the field, giving it so much smaller. So there won't be a problem here. There'll be a lot much more space at the Den. Got the same plan as the game they had against Omaha, just more space to execute it. So he thought his team has really grown a lot together. Felt that Omaha was better in the first half of that game, but they just managed it well. Managed to keep a lot of the shots coming in from outside the 18, give their goalkeeper Fitzgerald an opportunity to make some plays, and he certainly had to do so very early. A little bit of fog starting to form in the middle of that 18-yard box. Flicked by Espinosa. Tahara, the layoff. Is that a foul? We play on. Incisive ball. Michigan still down. Some nice interchanging play at the top of the semicircle at the edge of the 18. This layoff by Tahara. And I'm not sure if it's Vinyals from behind or Chrysler ahead of him. I believe just catches him on the leg. Rafa is going to be able to continue, though. Had some advice from his coach, Jimmy Weekley. Saying he needs to pick up his head a little bit more and look for that second defender. Says he knows when he's dribbling on to the first defender, that shouldn't be a problem for you. There's not many defenders in this league that he thinks can withhold him one-on-one. So he wants to pick his head up and look for that second defender so he can see if he should go inside or outside. Maybe there's a player he can combine with, but rather than just focusing on beating the first man, look around him, pick his head up and see if there's another opportunity somewhere for him. 20th minute here in Chattanooga. The Red Wolves the better of the opportunities and possession. Espinoza, was that a push? Play on. Payne. That goal against Omaha was his first of the season. Center back pairings of Navarro now. Some of the ones back there for him. Great ball for Espana. Winds this one up, and Akira can just parry it. Great work by Fitzgerald. He's now past that 80 save mark. Carrera Garcia. Space opened up for him. Very similar sort of start to that Omaha game where the shots were coming in, but they were coming from a distance that were manageable. Of course, Kira Fitzgerald, one of, if not the most experienced goalkeeper in the league. It's going to take something pretty special to beat him from distance. Bryant. Vanacore Decker. Ethan Bryant. Payne now against Lombardi, 22 on 22. Toe poked way out for a throw. Lombardi, his first season, the Argentinian in Chattanooga. An assist in the last game. Last off of Jose Espana. Payne coming in from Portuguese third division where he spent 2021 and 2020 seasons. Bolaños. Offside flag up on him again. Halfway point of half number one. You can see just how much possession Chattanooga has had. That does not bother Richmond too much. Kickers have the third least lowest average possession in the league. Just 46.32% of the ball on average. Ashley Nichols had a word over on the far side. What's interesting, though, is the top three teams in the league, Richmond, Omaha, and Greenville, are actually the bottom three in average possession. Just goes to show you don't need the ball all the time to win games. Just goes to prove that point more. The role of set pieces this season. Great layoff. Carrera Garcia. Look at the amount of players he's attracted. 4 in white and blue. Espinoza. Scoops it in. Tejera just taken away by Chrysler. Mintz again. Last touched off of Barnathan. The shot that came in from distance. Not sure whether he was intending for it to go to Tejera. But in the end, it's almost like a screen in front of Fitzgerald.
This Red Wolves corner kick sponsored by your local Ford dealer.
Local Ford dealer corner kick is Carrera Garcia tightens the boots. 4 assists for him. Back stick. shot from way out, parried wide by Fitzgerald. It was almost a momentary pause there as 3 or 4 players in black and red turned toward Alyssa Nichols, just trying to maybe get something that was going on. I think there might have been a tussle inside the 18. And there is a slip by Tejera. Not sure from that angle whether or not it was a pull or a trip or just a fall as Fitzgerald grabs this one. Here's the subsequent corner kick. Just on at the front stick. And it was this shot by Tejera, the best opportunity of the game. This one is shot over. Chattanooga really starting to hit their stride here. They are very good in this stadium. Actually, from my count, their 50th home game in League One. 25 wins, 14 draws, just 10 losses. It's been such a good run for them recently. Did not start off that way. Actually lost 8 of their first 16 games. They absolutely turned things around here in the second half of the year. Giving themselves an opportunity, maybe not just home field advantage. I did hear that there was another goal in that NCFC Madison game. 2-1 in the 93rd, Bolaños. Aviles' first to it, so more drama going down at the bottom end of the table. Adams with the goal. As they tick over into minute 94 now. Madison down in 8th. Could have closed the gap to Chattanooga. Could have actually technically put themselves into the top 6, leapfrogging Charlotte, who play later. This is one they really, really needed, especially against the NCFC team. We've seen some incredible movement from teams over the last few weeks. Be down in 9th, win a game, pop up to 6th. Everybody's still alive. No one has been officially eliminated from playoff contention yet. You gotta love that with 4 weeks to go. Starting to see the kickers pick up a little bit more possession. They were shaken, not stirred there for a few minutes. Bolaños, he's onside this time. Terzaghi down the middle. Bolaños drags it wide. Carlos Aviles, we've not had to talk about him much so far. Had the week 24 save of the week as we see this shot come in from Bolaños. Not going to trouble Aviles. It's that save against forward Madison in the 2nd minute that earned him save of the week. 28 goals allowed on the year. He's helped his team to allow the 3rd least of any in the league. España. Offside flag blows the play dead. There's so much number crunching that you can do when you start to look at the table and make calculations. Both coaches not too focused on that. Just going to be ourselves, says Coach Weekly. So specifically in this game, just got to take the air away from the kickers when they can and find advantages to exploit. Risky ball. 10 overall matches between these two teams. Red Wolves up 7-3, no draws. These two teams met for the first time back in 2019. Match week 5, a 1-0 win for Richmond. After that, though, things certainly did not go the Kickers' way. Chattanooga won the next 6 matches in a row. Kickers have had a little bit better luck as of late. They've won 2 of the last 3. But still, that 6-game run in a row has put them up. I'm Zach Burley. Delighted you've joined us here in Chattanooga. So Alyssa Nichols will give another foul and a yellow card to Bolaños. Number 4 on the year. We saw a set-piece opportunity from almost an identical area be taken by Espinoza earlier. He has been a handful for that left-hand side. The Kickers' defense. Bolaños, your league leader in assists. So past the half-hour mark. Chattanooga have been knocking on the door. Fitzgerald has stymied them thus far. Espinoza took this one with the left foot, put it on target into the bottom left. He's having a conference with Timmy Mell right now. They at least offered the ruse of perhaps Carrera Garcia taking it last time. No, it's going to be this man, Mo Espinoza. Can he repeat the magic from last time? Espinoza on his left, drives it into the wall. Lombardi. Full time in Madison, Wisconsin. NCFC have gone and done it on the road. Got a goal in the 4th minute. Pegged another one on in stoppage time. That'll suit Richmond just fine. That is a part of their calculations if they're going to be able to clinch. They're the only team that can this week. They had to win against Omaha. They did it. Now they needed Madison to lose or draw. So they were just peachy with it being 1-0 because they're saying, okay, 1-1, we're all good. 2-1, even better. But that's still not it. They still need to win tonight, and they need Charlotte to lose or draw, so they've got some split feelings about the state of North Carolina pulling for NCFC, but against Charlotte, they play the Fuego later on tonight for our nightcap. Of course, they could go up into 3rd, the Red Wolves. Menzigan on his left. Takes a bit of a deflection off Chrysler. Menzigan 6 goals, 4 assists. That's the thing about this Red Wolves team. They don't have a Terzaghi that has all the goals. They just kind of spread them out amongst players. 6 goals for Menzigan, 5 goals for Espinoza. Tejera with 2. Galindrez, who hasn't even started, he hasn't even featured on this game. 11 goals coming off the bench as you see this local four-dealer corner kick come in. Anybody can pop up with one. Carrera Garcia, middle of the box. A tussle ensues. Chrysler boots it to the moon. Set pieces are always dangerous, but especially so when you're playing this Chattanooga Red Wolves team. They lead the league in headed goals with 12. So what's that for Jimmy Weekly's comments about not having the height? It's still very true. They aren't the tallest team in the league, but despite that, they've still been able to get on the end of some balls inside the box. Stuart Ritchie, 21-year-old, guy who left the States for Europe at just 15 years old. It'll be a yellow for Tejera, 2nd of the year. 1 apiece now for both sides.
Yellow card to Chattanooga's number 29, Alex Tejera.
Look at what brought it on him. Just in from behind, might have clipped the back of Moran. This player, they're very happy to get back the kicker, Zaka Moran. Big ball looking for Bolaños. Plucks it out of the air. Fancy moves on the end line. Clever defending, and to get that just right. It was Nicholas Cardona. She used a little bit of the forearm to muscle Bolaños off the ball and release Tejera on the other end. Do have kickoff in the Omaha-Greenville game. We will give you updates on that one because it does have implications for both of these teams. The conversation right now for Richmond is just clinching a playoff spot. We're not even having the conversation about regular season yet. Couldn't quite spot Espinoza. Here's a look at the play earlier. Watch this footwork by Bolaños. Thought he left Cardona in the dust. And then here he came out of nowhere. The yellow card will be issued out. Stuart Ritchie, after the ball way out of play for that throw in, right before we went to that replay break, there was a little bit of pushing and shoving. The AR went over, bringing Alyssa Nichols into it all. Here's a look. So ball goes out of play. Ritchie and Espana just hold on to it a little bit too long.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has presented the yellow card.
Similar to the same thing as kicking the ball away after you give away a foul. So now 2 cards for the kickers, and crucially one of them for the members of their back four. Yellow card number 2 on the year for Ritchie. He'll have to be careful. He's already having to face down a jubilant Mo Espinoza on the right-hand side. Here he is. Nice layoff, end line cut back. Somehow found its way through. Lombardi, Terzaghi, we've hardly mentioned his name tonight. Nice block put on it by Villalobos. As the sun starts to fade behind the stands at CHI Memorial, it really is starting to feel like Noche de Lobos. A special night at the start of Hispanic Heritage Month. It's unveiling these third kits in black and red. That puts Richmond in candy cane red and whites tonight. Nice spin. Trying to connect on the outside. Stuart Ritchie was wise enough to get there. Ticking across into the 40th minute. There's an early flurry of chances for the Red Wolves. It's quieted down since. Coach Savatsky kind of broke down this Red Wolves side for us. So there's a lot more calm and structure in the team as of late. So we're going to have to defend him honestly, given just how many dribblers are on this Red Wolves team. We've already seen some of that tonight, some fouls given away. Minsigan. Espana. A slip by Vanacore Decker. Ushered calmly back to Daniel Navarro. Navarro. Lombardi winds it up on his left. Good work by Bolaños. Terzaghi, first time layoff. Richie against Cardona. Excellent, excellent challenge by the Puerto Rico captain. Found himself on the team of the week as well. Bryant. The whistle goes. It'll be a penalty kick. Don't believe there'll be any more. Take a look. It's Minsigan on Bryant. He's got that right foot reaching for it. And there was no hesitation from Alyssa Nichols. So Terzaghi, as it stands, has the set piece duty on the penalty kick. He is tied for the most goals in this series with 2. If he puts this away, he'll give his side the lead and stake his name as the top scorer between these two sides. Two for 2 on penalty kicks this year. Aviles does have a save. Terzaghi, late in the first half. Facing off Aviles. Terzaghi puts it the other way and kicks his side into the lead.
Richmond kickers goal off the penalty kick. Number 32.
3 goals against the Red Wolves now.
Richmond 1.
As the golden man with the golden boot extends his lead atop the top scorer charts. Minsigan gives away the foul. Terzaghi makes no mistake. Well, we've hardly mentioned his name all game. And he steps up in a moment like this, makes no mistake. Sends Aviles the wrong way. Look at now, 9 goals in 9 games for Terzaghi.
Monty Armour, the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves.
Scored in each of the 9 games, but 2. As we get back underway here. So Chattanooga with the better of the chances and possession, but the kickers are looking at that halftime whistle with envy. Nice ball around the corner for Cardona. Was he brought down? Yes, and Bolaños has got to be careful. He's already on a yellow. So we've seen a predominant number of the set pieces for Chattanooga come from this right-hand side. Mo Espinosa has taken every one. Goal number 16 for the Argentinian. The most first half goals of any team, Chattanooga. They're running out of time to get one. Espinosa, front stick, and it's flicked by. Another excellent delivery. And And it's just the slightest of touches at the front stick.
Ed, do we want to say 3?
Fitzgerald needed a little bit of help getting up.
3 minutes or 3?
So last off of a Chattanooga player. They've been winning those balls in the air inside the 18.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official has indicated 2 minutes of stoppage time. 2 minutes.
Check out the new 2022 Chattanooga Red Wolves kit along with t-shirts, scarves, novelty items, and much more at ChattanoogaRedWolvesSC.com. 2 minutes of stoppage time. A late goal by Terzaghi, the difference so far. Trying to get it through the lines, Savannah Cordecker. Both sides have got to feel pretty good about where they're at so far. The kickers, I think, would have taken 0-0 with the way things went. They'll be jubilant at 1-0. Chattanooga still very much in this game. Whipped in by Lombardi to Hera. We spoke a little bit about it at the very beginning of the game. The depth of teams and substitutions and just how much a late chaos we've seen. The game against NCFC is all the proof you need of that. There's definitely some tricks in the bag for Chattanooga. They have got some very good players on their bench that can shake things up in half number 2. Navarro. Lofted switch for Espinosa. Away by Chrysler. Maybe one last opportunity. And that will likely do it. Richmond trying to check another box as they look to clinch a playoff spot. So far, halfway through, they've got the job done. 1 goal off a penalty kick from Terzaghi separates the two sides on Noche de Lobos and encapsulating first 45 that leads to just more in the second half. We're going to look for substitutions and a lot more to shake this game up. 1 versus 5 with all to play for. Clinching possible. The option's still alive. Stick with us right here on ESPN+.
The day the world stopped, we found where to go. One, we're not going to leave anything on our plates because we just savor the moments that were there and they never tasted.
If your tamer passions include climbing, hang gliding, and river surfing, some may call you a hair-on-fire risk taker. We'd say, nah. They might not realize you're also a nonconformist, craft curator, history buff, art-loving experience collector. But ask a Chattanoogan, we just call you one of us.
Chattanooga Red Wolves play their first match of the new year. There comes Chattanooga now. Puts it in! Finds the back right corner!
What's the latest buzz? It's Ford's fresh lineup of SUVs. Get great offers on the vehicles people are talking about, like Ford Escape, an SUV that drives like a car, Bronco Sport, where the terrain never intimidates, and Ford Explorer, the all-time best-selling SUV. Need we say more? Don't wait. Find out what all the buzz is about at your local Ford dealer. For the latest offers on Ford SUVs or to build and order your select Ford, visit your local Ford dealer today.
Welcome back to Chattanooga, where it's halftime as the Red Wolves play host to the Richmond Kickers. Well, folks, we're just about all the way through week 25. With 4 to go, Ryan Rose has a way too early playoff look. Let's take a peek.
It is our way too early look at the race for the playoffs. The League One final and the race to the playoffs will be sponsored by Hisense. Oh, there's so many matches left. We've got 4 weeks to go after everything concludes tonight. So we look at the top 4. These are the teams fighting for those top 2 spots, get a bye, and they get a rest, and they get to watch the other teams battle it out. Richmond and Omaha have the 2 spots right now. Richmond's the one we're going to look at. 44 points, they can't fall out of first no matter what happens, but they can also be the first team to guarantee a playoff spot. If Madison and Charlotte do not win today and Richmond wins, they secure a playoff berth. They're the only team that can do that this weekend. 59 max points, they're in great shape. Couple of road matches there to start October, so watch out for a speed bump there, finishing with Greenville at home. Thank you, schedule makers, for that. Omaha, they've got to go to Northern Colorado. Then they're at North Carolina. Those are 2 trips for Omaha that can jump up and bite you, but they finish at home at Tormenta Fuego. If Omaha's in good shape, maybe 4 points in the next week and a half, I like their chances of getting a top 2 seed. Greenville's going to be right there on their heels, though. The match tonight really sets the tone for what's to come. At Northern Colorado, then a couple of home matches to start October, then we mentioned the match at Richmond. Tormenta played last night, only got a point. That stymies them a little bit, that makes them catchable by Chattanooga in the 5 spot. We take a look at the next 5. There's Chattanooga right there, 1 game in hand on Tormenta. They play today, 36 points, 51 max points, and then a broken schedule. It's 3 road games out of 4 to finish. That is a little bit of an orange flag. Charlotte, 48 max points. They're in good shape there because of the games they have, and they play North Carolina twice. The easiest schedule to finish out. They're at Chattanooga. That's the big one, in addition to at Greenville. That's a tough stretch. Northern Colorado, 44 max points. They've got to win. Northern Colorado's got to win games. They only have 3 remaining, so they are the short stick. They will not play the final weekend, so when they play at Tucson at home on October the 8th, they're going to watch the rest of the league play it out. Madison, 32 points. I love the 47 max points. They have games in hand. They have some games coming up, but they got to win. At Fuego, at Tucson, some long road trips coming up for Madison. We look at the bottom 3. These teams really need to win out. When I'm talking there, Tucson and North Carolina, they have to win out. Even there, they might not make it. Central Valley has a ton of games in hand, but they're going to play them all at once. Look at that. They have 4 games, including tonight. They have 4 games prior to October 1st, so they're going to be exhausted. We'll see if they can do it. It's possible, but they're going to have to be road warriors and play a lot of matches. Oh, it's too early to look at this. There's so many matches. Just enjoy what we have. We do have more halftime coming up after the break. Stay with us.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
trying to take down their rival. The legend has done it again here in Sacramento. He's turned the whole game around.
It's a goal for County SC and their first of the season.
And that's full time. The old guard with a new trophy. Orange County wins the USL Championship final.
Let's take a look now at our playoff update. The USL League One playoffs are presented by Hisense. So after tonight, 4 weeks, 3rd through 9th, 9 points separate them. You got that really good too early look just a few moments ago. Anyone is still in contention. No one is eliminated. Big match coming up. Omaha, Greenville Triumph. 1 versus 5 today. 2 versus 3 going on currently. The Kickers can also clinch. They've got everything going their way now. Madison did not win. They are winning, and Charlotte plays later. So even if they get the result, it's still not surely clinched, but they've got a good foot as a chance inside of it. So Sterling picks up Player of the Week as he has now set a new club record with 12 goals. Some guys you're watching tonight are in there as well. Nicholas Cardona and Jonathan Bolaños, 2 incredible players, of course. Bolaños with assists galore. So still 0-0 as it stands. Omaha, Greenville, big impact. North Carolina FC, check a box for the Kickers. And of course, the Kickers picking up that big win against Omaha just to even set up the scenario for them to clinch tonight. So we're not even done after this gets over. We've got our nightcap later on. The Fuego resurgent here towards the end of the season. They've got a lot of games, yeah, but they have got the momentum through it. They're going to be playing the Independents in a series that has given us goals, goals, goals. 10 in 2 games. Charlotte lead 1 in the series with a draw as well in a 3-3 wacky game. I mean, just look at some of the goals you're going to be seeing here. There's one very late on that was just crazy. 3-3, first time around. The Independents put any thoughts of a comeback to bed, but here's a look. Bijev, overhead kick, somehow sneaks it through. One of the craziest games all season long. So, folks, I hope you're caffeinated because our games coming up are late. We're going to be out on the West Coast a lot. The Valley of Fuego tonight. Then Tucson host NCFC. Northern Colorado kicking off a little bit later at 10 Eastern. And then the Fuego again as they are looking to wrap things up through the month of September. They've got a lot of games, but they're a lot of fun to watch. Join us for those, all of them on ESPN+. Stick with us tonight, 10:30 kickoff. Big implications for this as well. Stats, highlights, kick after this. A lot more coming up for you as we look to see maybe can Richmond clinch. We'll find out right after this. Stick with us.
I get asked by my friends back home all the time, why did you move to Chattanooga? Affordability? Check. An amazing outdoors? Yep. Fantastic food? Check. But there's one box that not even Silicon Valley can check. EPB's gig. Thanks to fiber-fast internet with upload speeds that no one else can touch, moving to Gig City was a no-brainer. I look back on my journey with gratitude, and I look forward to a life of smooth streaming and free street parking on Sundays. Yeah.
Good times, bad times, and everything in between. Your primary care doctor is with you all the way.
One more.
One more.
One more, please. One more, guys. One more. Set, up.
Hey, kid. Yeah, we'll take one more.
Oh, one more.
Wow! Do it one more time.
The day the world stopped, we found where to go. On, we're not going to leave anything on our plates because we to savor the moments that will air, and they never taste.
Well, here is how we got to this point. Chattanooga down a goal here. Richmond came out of the blocks with a few early opportunities, but it was really Chattanooga who dominated early. We talked about set pieces in the height. How was that going to affect? Well, it wasn't that big of a problem because Mo Espinosa was whipping in balls all first half. He had a couple of set piece opportunities to do so, but that was the main channel offensively for Chattanooga, that right wing. Akira Fitzgerald doing what he's been doing for years now, making stops. Doesn't matter how he gets them. He was tested against Omaha. He shows up big here as well. Here's kind of a look at some of these set-piece opportunities. Tejera getting off a second ball. What a save. I mean, we know how good Akira Fitzgerald is, but it's nice to get a reminder, isn't it? Look at this. Diving down to his left. Big palm to deny Tejera. One of the best saves you'll see this week. So here's how we got to the penalty kick. It's Minsigan in from behind on Bryant. It's light, I know, but it's a foot from in behind. Terzaghi makes no mistake, sends Aviles the wrong way, keeps on scoring goals. They come in bunches. He might get more as we go on. Look at the possession battle, 58% for the Red Wolves. Yellow cards, was a little bit surprised how many we saw of those. 2 for the kickers, one of which Richie has on the back line, so that is interesting. 2 shots, though, one of which is a goal. Chattanooga put the work in. They did not get the results off of it. So as they look ahead, they said, we did everything right. We just need to put one of them away. So the Richmond kickers and Emiliano Terzaghi sit here at the halfway point with a 1-0 lead as the train whistle off in the distance on Noche de Lobos gets us started. They can clinch. The scenario is still there. So Owain Gordon is on, replacing Jonathan Bolaños. He had a difficult first half, was caught offside early a few times, had that one opportunity where he was shrugged off by Cardona. So Bolaños is off. Gonna miss those 6 goals, 10 assists that he provides. So now the Jamaican Owain Gordon is on. No slouch himself, 3 goals, 3 assists. So now we get into that sub territory. The top of the table, Richmond, 44 points. The option to extend it, still scoreless. Omaha Greenville, 32nd minute there as we take a look. Terzaghi coming through the back of him is Daniel Navarro. Terzaghi, who has 3 game-winning goals coming into this one. Of course, he has just been the gold standard over the last few years. 2-time MVP, the returning top scorer. 44 goals now for him. That means he's now just 4 away from tying the club's single season record, and looking at the schedule, you wouldn't put it past him to reach that mark. España, Minsigan trying to make amends for giving away the penalty. Did he dribble it out of play? It was Gordon there, I believe, who was pushed into the boards. So yeah, that doesn't happen every day. Got his foot up under the boards. Got gig fibered. There's Owain Gordon right on the end line. Risky ball on their own end line. Now Navarro. Bryant hops on a misplaced pass. Vinyals. He's got the 4th most chances created in the league. This is now his 10th appearance against the Red Wolves all time. Gordon, fouled by Lombardi. And a yellow card as well for Lombardi. That is interesting. 6 on the year now for the Argentinian. Coca-Cola, the exclusive soft drink of Chattanooga Red Wolves. Coca-Cola, as we take a look at this replay, and excuse me, it was actually Stephen Payne just spinning away. So now we're back level on 2 yellow cards apiece, and both left backs or left-sided defenders have yellows. Ritchie for the Kickers and Lombardi for the Red Wolves. It's a big year for Richmond as they on the hunt for a playoff spot, for perhaps the top spot in the league. España. Support behind him with Cardona. It's not just a playoff spot that is so notable about this year. It's their 30th anniversary as well. They played their first match, Richmond, in May of 1993. Actually makes them the longest continually operating pro club in America. It's a very storied franchise. They won the US Open Cup back in 1995. The El Paso Patriots. It's considered the first of the modern era. Second longest competition in world football history. They've won trophies, regular seasons, USL Second Division championships, had storied players and coaches, most notable of which is Dennis Violet, who's the head coach for that US Open Cup win. Here's Vanacore Decker on his right. Vinyals. Gordon centers one across and sticks it in. Owain Gordon, the substitute off the bench, doubles the Kickers' lead and puts them closer to that clinching scenario.
Richmond 2, Chattanooga 0.
What an excellent, excellent finish from Owain Gordon. Goal number 4. Rifles this one into the bottom corner. Vinyals will pick up the assist. Just drives it hard on his right. Aviles just can't get to it. So many bodies that could have gotten a deflection there, and he manages to find this very infinitesimal gap between the arms of Aviles, the 2 defenders for Chattanooga, and the 1 player in white and blue. A very narrow alley. He had to navigate that ball down, but he does so with perfection. So remember, folks, a win here still isn't enough. They need Charlotte to drop points in the match later tonight, but still, so far, they've done their part. Terzaghi got the penalty kick before the halftime whistle. Gordon gets a goal shortly after the resumption of play here in the second. Vanacore Decker. Just before that goal we were talking about, Dins Violet. I do want to get that in because it's so interesting. He was the head coach during that U.S. Open Cup win season. He was a legend at Manchester United, was a survivor of the Munich air disaster. He still actually holds United's single season goals record. 32 league goals in the 59-60 season. U.S. Open Cup with the Kickers. Did that touch a hand? No sympathy from Alyssa Nichols. They shot inside the 18. It did look like it hit an arm, but that does not necessarily mean it's a handball. Mel, on loan from the Rowdies. He's played all but 66 minutes since joining from the Tampa Bay side back in June. Espinosa. Nice ball out wide. Can he get there to it? Just does. Sent away by Barnevin.
This Red Wolves corner kick.
Let's take a look. Is there a handball? In by Lombardi. Here's where the shot will come in. And it's the lower arm. I think that would be harsh. But you've seen him given. It's your local Ford dealer. Corner kick, Espinoza. He's been putting them on a platter so far. Here Fitzgerald pointing something out. So Espinosa, he's had some pristine deliveries. Back stick, nodded clear. Bryant, Terzaghi. Vanacore Decker just slows it down. You're 2-0 up. No need to stretch yourselves. Here's Richie. Now Bryant. The Kickers are 8-0-2 this season. Win scoring first, those two losses against Forward Madison and NCFC, both of them 2-1. So when scoring 2 goals, they have not lost this season. Scoring 2 goals first, that is. They have not lost this season. Body Armor, the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. On the flip side, 4 wins, 7 losses. When conceding the first goal, that doesn't sound great, but it's actually the second best record. We already told you about subs and the impact they can have. Well, guess what? That's come true, and the Red Wolves haven't even gone to their bench yet. They've got a very certain someone. As this shot from way out kisses the bar. Well, they lead the league in goal scores from outside the box with 10. Minsigan stings Fitzgerald's crossbar. First picks it out of the air. Then watch him. This is way outside the 18. Nothing Fitzgerald could do about that one. Rattled the uprights. It's a corner kick as well. Ford local dealer corner kick. Espinosa, back stick and way back into the mixer. Gordon's going to try and see it out. Great work by Tejera. Espinosa. Vignoles only as far as Cardona. Ford is the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. They've been racking up those corner kicks. Just have not been able to make them pay. Navarro. Brazilian. Cardona. Lombardi. That one's well over. Chattanooga really want to pick up points here, especially since the fact that Tormenta dropped some. The fact that Omaha and Greenville are still tied heading into halftime. It's a perfect opportunity to push themselves up the standings. Payne will come off. Simon Fitch will come on, another VCU guy. Spoke with his former head coach, Dave Gifford, just this week. He said, well, good for him, bad for us. He was a consistent member of their starting 11. They have an entirely new starting 11 this year, the VCU Rams, and he said Simon Fitch was, of course, going to play a big role in that, but he said he's so excited for him. Always great to see the level that they have their players going on to play at. It's now his 16th appearance in his rookie season, Simon Fitch. It's his first appearance since August. Cardona. Espinoza, space opens up for him, clips it in. Away by Moran. 30 minutes remain. A goal on either side of the break for the Kickers separates the two sides. Keeping alive those opportunities to clinch a playoff spot tonight. Villalobos. Mel. Nice pocket picked. Cardona. Tahara. Rifles a shot over. Well, they're getting closer, Chattanooga. Tahara, 2 goals on the year, 2 in the last 3. So he's in a nice vein of form. Just 2 alterations made in this one as we take a look. Espinoza started it all off. Cardona just did the smart thing here. Tahara had to really reach for it. So we're talking about leaning back. He was laying down when he made that shot. Vignoles. This is a Richmond Kickers team that has just been consistently up there all year long. They've been first or second since match week 11 and have only been outside the top 2 from weeks 5 through 10. So they have been in the mix all year long. Laid out wide. Headed away by Moran. Look how compact this Richmond side is now. having trouble beating that first man on those wide deliveries. Great ball, Minsigan. Espinoza on his right just stands it up. He'll get a second bite at it. He's been tearing up that flank. Cardona standing on his head at the front stick, Barnathan.
By your local Ford dealer. Hashtag defend the did.
Piling on these local Ford dealer corner kicks. Seven to 1. The advantage from the corner. They desperately need one. Espinoza. They'll keep the ball as well. A great header at the back stick. Clean sheets have evaded this Richmond Kickers team. As the substitution you have all been waiting for can now occur. Juan Galindrez, the team's top scorer, 11 on the year, will now enter play. Can he be the game changer, the catalyst that these Red Wolves need? We talk about an instant impact. Ivan Gutierrez has come on as well. He's only just signed from Orange County. If the announcement didn't come out today, it came out yesterday. Layoff, Galindrez left it behind. España. Galindrez turning, blocked by Barnathan, and enough was taken off that Fitzgerald could just scoop it up. So Tejera is off. Galindrez on as his replacement. Minsigan, who conceded the penalty kick, is replaced by Gutierrez. So Coach Weekly said, because you look at this lineup and you say, well, why is Galindrez not in the starting lineup? He's got 11 goals. Surely you got to put him in there. He says he likes Juan's strength off the bench. He's got a great attitude and energy. He's going to let Tejera go and beat the center backs up for the first 60, 65 minutes. Let him go and battle with him, and then let's send Juan on to try and offer a different dynamic and get them while they're tired. Let them have this tussle, this mentally fraying battle, this fight in a phone booth with Alex Tejera, and then send Juan Galindrez on to try and be the dagger. A foul given there by Nichols. Good defensive work by Fitch. Just a little bit of handbags on the shoulder by Lombardi. It's been 3 years in Serie D in Italy. Union Fosakesia, Luciano, Olympia Agonese. Another foul given here, and a yellow out. I believe that'll be issued to Daniel Navarro. Number 4 on the season for the Brazilian. Vanacore Decker. Carrera Garcia. Pinged out wide. Lobbed in. Galindrez, the flick, and the finish by Espinosa. The impact man comes on and sets up Espinosa. They've halved Richmond's lead. Well, there's the noise we've been waiting for on Noche de Lobos. The debut of the third kids, and now they've got something to cheer about. Well, it's been coming for Espinosa. Great ball in initially. Look at this. Gutierrez onto Galindrez. The two substitutes combining to set up the assist. There aren't secondary assists at this level, but there should be. Gutierrez, having just signed, sets up Galindrez with a lovely flick. The front three in fine fashion, setting up goal number 1 for Chattanooga. All to play for with 20 minutes to go. Just what they needed and just when they needed it. Goal number 6 for Espinosa on the year. He had the game-winning goal in that 1-0 victory over the Kickers. Now 3 goals and an assist in his last 4, Espinosa. So now we'll see about this time management. Talked to Coach Weekly about Mo Espinosa. He said that, he hasn't always, as we look here for Espinosa, on his left, whistles one away, and Gutierrez, or rather Fitzgerald, can make the stop. Said he hasn't had the best couple of games recently, Espinosa. As you just see him, Galindrez draws the attention, and Espinosa can get the shot away. So that what they've been telling them is it isn't always about getting that goal or assist, that he's disappointed when he doesn't, but that doesn't always have to be the objective for him. They're encouraging to influence the game in other areas, and you've seen him do that, servicing balls in. But in the end, he's a natural-born goal scorer. Here's the second assist on the year for Galindrez. Espana. Gutierrez, they're too much on that one, just slightly. Well, you want to talk about settling in with your new team. He's hardly unpacked his bags, Gutierrez. Much more smiling faces here at the Den in Chattanooga. Game number 50 in League One at this facility. 6-3-4 at home so far this season. Nice hold-up play. Bryant through the lines for Gordon. Offside flag brings it to a halt. So to recap it for you, a goal in the first half by Terzaghi. A goal early in the second by this man, Owain Gordon, to make it 2-0. They look like they've got another check in their box towards clinching the playoffs. NCFC already beat Madison, meaning that one of those goals has been achieved. But now things get interesting. Double substitution, that was our big talking point. How those are going to make a difference. Well, Owain Gordon comes on and not moments later scores. Then Galindres Gutierrez set up the goal for Espinosa. It's been a battle of the benches. And Lombardi with the foul. He's got to be careful. He's on a yellow. And it's going to come out a second yellow for Aaron Lombardi. And that is going to complicate things for the Red Wolves. Two yellow cards in the second half sends the Argentinian off.
Number 22, Aaron Lombardi of the Red Wolves.
So it's just a late challenge left in here on Chrysler. It's a yellow card. The one earlier was much lighter than this one, but still, 2 yellows means the Argentinian sees red. That's a wrinkle in the game plan for the Red Wolves, who are just starting to see some light. So Chrysler remains down. Just a little bit of a foot left in after the clearance was made. This will not make it easier at all. It's very reminiscent of that Omaha game. The red card can play a big factor. Chrysler will be able to continue. Minutes plus stoppage time remain, and the Red Wolves are going to have to do it a man down.
Substitutions for Richmond entering the match, number 24. Nathan
So Terzaghi is going to go off, stamped his name on this fixture as the top goal scorer. When these two teams meet, added yet another to his tally. He'll be taken off alongside Vignoles as the cleanup crew comes on.
For Richmond, number 14, Luke Pavone.
Pavone will enter.
Leading the match, number 32, Emiliano Terzaghi.
Avilés. Big clearance away. This is a Chattanooga team that has dropped more points from winning positions than any team. Of course, they have not been in the lead in this particular one as a corner is won, but I kind of mentioned that Omaha game just a moment ago. They were 1-0 up on Omaha with a red card for the Owls. Ended up losing 2-1, so they'd have to repeat that magic here. Here's the restart taken quickly. Scooped into the back stick, centered across, his own man blocked it, but he turns it in anyway. Timmy Mel. After going a man down, you thought they might be out of it, but no, the magic continues. Timmy Mel, first goal in black and red, knots us at 2. Well, well, well. Restarts were the big thing talked about before we started this game. Weekly said they wanted to take advantage of it. They take the corner kick. The ball in is perfect. The centered header is perfect. Mel thought he was going to be denied by his own man, but he gets his own rebound. And folks, with 12 minutes to go, here we go. How this flips the script. Richmond making substitutions, thinking maybe they can get it across the line. Now they're going to have to go back out and do it again. There's Jimmy Weekly. He'll make another alteration. DJ Benton will come on. He replaces Espana. And now, is a point acceptable for the Red Wolves? They didn't want a point coming into it, but now, are they going to settle for it? This would send them back above the Tormenta into fourth. Omaha Greenville still 0-0 as they're starting the second half in Nebraska. So with all of that, that means that the top four is unchanged. After this week, no one's worse off, no one's better off. Richmond would not clinch as it stands. But there is still plenty of time. Another classic in the books here. As this wacky and weird finish to this League One season continues. Gordon! Was that a push? No, says Nichols. I believe it's still in play on the far side. Oh, just struck it out for a throw. Subbed on Luke Pavone. You see this ball whipped in. Just sniffing for it, Luke Pavone. He's now kind of leading the line. And that 94th minute red card against Greenville. He's probably got a bigger job than he thought he was going to coming into this one. Great win, high up the pitch. Gutierrez has been so good on that left-hand side. He really should have secondary assist on both goals. He sent in the ball that was cushioned down for the equalizer. Gutierrez just after joining in from Orange County to the near post, and it's just wide. He is having a dream debut.
Number 44, Ivan Gutierrez.
Good layoff by Galindrez. I think Fitzgerald would have had it covered if it was on target. But boy, oh boy. No time to catch up needed. The reigning title holders visit in-state rivals. And the USL on ESPN2 continues. Orange County SC looks for a late season surge against Sacramento Republic FC Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Don't miss that one. A good battle in the Wild Wild West. Another alteration. David Olson will come on for Ethan Bryant.
Richmond substitution entering the match, number 23, David Olson.
8 minutes plus stoppage time to go.
Number 8, Ethan Bryant.
And a good bit of a break as Lombardi was sent off. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access, Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. Oh, Espinosa feeling that one a little bit. Picked up the first goal tonight. 3 goals and an assist in his last 4. And remember, folks, this is the Red Wolves playing a man down. As the balance starts to become, does it point really do anything for you? Or are you swinging for the fences? They can't clinch, the Red Wolves, but their magic number is 13. Won by Gordon. What a sliding challenge. Pavone, was he clipped? Yes, says Nichols. Well, they had just gotten themselves out of trouble. And Chrysler will receive a yellow. Or Mill, excuse me. They had done so well to bail themselves out there. Good work by Gordon to win it initially. Now, not a whole lot on Pavone, trying to go down earlier in the box, but probably just enough to send him over. Well, well, well. An advantageous position, to say the least, for Owain Gordon. He scored only minutes after coming on early in the second half. Notched his 4th. Gordon, 5-man wall, sends it into it. Second opportunity, hatcheted over. 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go.
Rodriguez Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. The official ball kids this evening from the YMCA and Upward Soccer.
Don't miss a minute of the action in 2022. Whether your club is on the road or at home, catch nearly every second of the USL League One action on ESPN+, the home of USL, MLS, La Liga, Bundesliga, UCF, and more. Sign up today at plus.com.espn.com. Well, win tied with 5 minutes remaining. The Richmond Kickers have 1 win, 1 loss, and 3 draws. So they've seen it all. For the handball. And it's so great to see your conversations with a coach come into fruition. I can't tell you how many times Coach Jimmy Weeks said the word restart in our talks about taking them quickly, trying to create their own advantages to exploit, he said. They've given themselves a chance here, a man down. Wind up from distance. Fitzgerald saw it the whole way. Both sides going all out here. They desperately want the 3. Vanacore Decker. Owain Gordon stands it up, taken off the head of Vanacore Decker, crucially in the middle of the 18. Coach Sawatsky said that they had some stuff in the bag, offset pieces. Bog standard long throw. Scooped into the back stick. The overhead kick is missed, and Gordon sends it over. We've seen some spectaculars from the overheads. It's been quite a trip for Richmond. Games against Omaha and Chattanooga on the road. They had a great result, but now they've been pegged back here. Remember, they were down 2-1 in the 88th minute. They scored in the 89th. They have had late game magic of late. They're going to try and pull it out of the hat again. Gordon. Just a corner kick, second of the match for the Kickers.
This corner kick sponsored by your local Ford dealer.
So Vanacore Decker. Joined from the hailstorm mid-season. Here's Galindrez. It's cannoned off the Colombian. Zlotsky not too happy. First season in League One. It's with FC Tucson. Trying to see his side through to a berth in the playoffs. They're going to need a goal in order to keep those hopes alive. Ani. Now into stoppage time we go. 5 minutes of it.
The fourth official has indicated 5 minutes of stoppage time. 5 minutes.
Well, they got a 97th minute game winner against Omaha in their last match. Road and done it this season. 5 wins away from Richmond. Only Torminza have more. Both sides having thrown caution to the wind here. Neither of them have been particularly good at keeping clean sheets. None in the last 6. Make it 7 now for Chattanooga. Just 2 in the last 10 for the Kickers. Good defensive work as Galindrez is going to get called for the foul here. Just bundled over Chrysler on the end line. Still scoreless, Omaha, Greenville. Just the right amount of time here as this one wraps up for you to flick on over to the Omaha Greenville game and then join us for the nightcap out in Fresno. Got them versus the Independents at 10:30 for you. We're not done here though. Espinoza. Galindrez. Yet again, he goes in for another foul. He's going to receive a yellow this time. It's once again on Chrysler.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee is
This time a little bit more than a shoulder. Put it in the back of Jalen Chrysler. So this will add even more time onto the end of this one. Galindrez, an assist having come on midway through the second half. They're going to resume play with Chrysler off the pitch. That just shows you the impetus here. They want to get the win. They are not playing for the draw. So now they've got a man off the pitch at the moment. He might have resumed in. Yes, he is. He's trotting back on there. You can see him right on the penalty spot. He's back in. And they're going to send him back off. Remember, they were playing level right then, and the referee's going to send Nichols back off. She had not waved him on. So it is technically 10v10 for the moment. And that's the thing about this. No one is doubting that Richmond are probably going to be in the playoffs regardless. The question for them really is more buy or no buy. But still, they want to go ahead and seal their fate early so they can shift their focus. Rather than having to worry about things going awry. Excellent ball over the top. Espinoza in space. Closed down by Moran. Espinoza. Wasn't quite on the same frequency with Devin Benton. So now we're going to have a little bit more than 95 minutes. We'll definitely go to 96, but will we get into 97? No, we will not. The referee says no more added on, and so it will be points split after being 2-0 up. They go a man down as well, but still the Red Wolves able to salvage a point here at home. They debut the third kits and give us a fantastic match to have here on a lovely Saturday evening as the teams start to face down with scenarios at the end of the year. So it will not be able to clinch for Richmond. They'll have to wait another week as they are stymied here at home. Avilés, some early saves there. Chattanooga Hotel save of the match. In the end, no clean sheet, something that has eluded them, but still in the end, the offense does enough to get them at least a point.
The Chattanooga Red Wolves want to acknowledge all of their very fine sponsors this evening.
Well, what a finish to this one. Thought they were able to see it across the line, Richmond. They dropped 2. As of right now, Omaha Greenville also 0-0, so the top 4 could very well stay the same at the end of this match week.
Quench your thirst with a Coca-Cola beverage. Together tastes better. Coca-Cola is the exclusive.
Well, they did defend the den on Noche de Lobos. Your play of the game started by the 2 substitutes. Gutierrez and Galindrez, who had just come on, finished off by Espinoza. That's your sunny 92.3 move of the game.
The best service and the smile
Timmy Bell
always dreamed of.
got the game-tying goal. Had to get his own rebound. That was after going a man down. It would have been easy to put their heads down and think that they were down and out.
And the Chattanooga Red Wolves social media.
He stuck to it, gave his team the game-tying goal. Here is your Amigos Mexican Restaurant shot of the match. Minsigan from way out, tipped onto the bar. What a rocket from distance, ringing the upright. Had to get the fingertips to it. That is your shot of the match. An assist for Galindrez as he comes on for a great substitute appearance, 2-2. As we'll wrap it all up for you on the Smart Bank post-game show right after this. Stick with us on ESPN+.
If your tamer passions include climbing, hang gliding, and river surfing, some may call you a hair-on-fire risk taker. We'd say, nah. They might not realize you're also a nonconformist, craft curator, history buff, art-loving experience collector. But ask a Chattanoogan, we just call you one of us.
What's the latest buzz? It's Ford's fresh lineup of SUVs. Get great offers on the vehicles people are talking about, like Ford Escape, an SUV that drives like a car, Bronco Sport, where the terrain never intimidates, and Ford Explorer, the all-time best-selling SUV. Need we say more? Don't wait. Find out what all the buzz is about at your local Ford dealer. For the latest offers on Ford SUVs or to build and order your select Ford, visit your local Ford dealer today.
Good times, bad times, and everything in between. Your primary care doctor is with you all the way.
Well, a man down on Noche de Lobos. They were able to defend the Den, the start of Hispanic Heritage Month, as they got a 2-2 draw despite going a man down. Galindrez with the assist to tie it up. Mel as well pitching in. What a fantastic finish as the Richmond Kickers denied the ability to clinch. Let's show you our full-time highlights brought to you by CHI Memorial in this Smart Bank post-match. So things in the first half started late. It was a penalty conceded by Minsigan. As you can see here, just a foot in from behind. So Terzaghi, the main man, the Golden Boot race leader, slots it home past Aviles. 1-0 going into the break. Substitutions played a big part. Wayne Gordon starting that narrative. Just came on early in the second half, notches 2-0. Looks like they are comfortable. Looks like the scenario for clinching is still on. Then things start to take a little bit of a turn. Gordon, one substitute with a big impact. Now Gutierrez and Galindrez. The new man off to the main man, off to Mo Espinoza. Great finish, 2-1. Well, things get a little bit more complicated from here because a second yellow card is issued, and now they're a man down. Timmy Mel has his shot saved by his own man, but he doesn't give up on the play. Sticks with it. You can watch this great centered ball that sets it all up. Mel, the hero here, his first goal since joining on loan from the Rowdies. In this Smart Bank post-match presented by Smart Bank Experience. Smart Bank, 2 goals apiece, 20 shots. Can you believe that? The Red Wolves, despite going a man down for the last quarter of the game, still able offensively to flex their muscles on the Richmond Kickers. 5 yellow cards for them, 2 for Richmond. Something to think about as we come down to the final stages of the season. Well, folks, there is still more for you in League One tonight. Flip on over to Omaha Greenville. It's 0-0. Then after that, join us in Fresno as the Fuego take on the Independents. For myself, Zach Burley, and our crew from Chattanooga, we say good night. It's 2-2. Great finish. Good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.